Uh, we are going to study only Nifty here because Nifty and Bank Nifty both are in a rampage, just going crazily higher every day. And the only difference is Nifty would be going like 130 points, 150 points, but Bank Nifty would be going in multiples of, say, 400, 500, like that. So that's principally going to be the difference. So what we got to do is step number one, first thing that you should understand is you should know when to play in current week expiry and when to play in next week expiry or month end contracts. In the opening hour, it's fine to play in current week expiry. Okay. Maximum, I have already mentioned it n number of times in the live trade. When we did the live streams, I have mentioned it countless number of times that you should be focusing on current week expiry until the time 10:45, maximum 11 o'clock. Beyond that, you should not be trading in current week expiry. Particularly on an expiry day, you should not even cross 10:30. If you're trading in current week expiry, the moment 10:30 hits, you close it. You don't trade in current week expiry at all. That is step number one. Okay. So second part is, say that you had taken a position and you got badly trapped. Your capital is say about 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs, and then you have lost 25K or 30K in one single candle on an expiry day. You can easily face that loss. 25K, 30K is easily possible. Just the premiums will come down like anything, right? Now what you got to do is, if you have lost very big money in one trade, don't look to recover the same money that you have lost. Say 25K you lost in one trade, don't try to recover 25K in one trade. That is not going to help you in the long term. It will, maybe one day you will be recovering, but multiple times what happens is you will make your losses bigger. From 25K it becomes 35K. Oh my God, I have to recover 35K. Then you will get into a trade, then it becomes 45K, 50K, 60K. Entire capital may get wiped off in the same day. So if you have lost in the first hour or 90 minutes, lost a big chunk of the capital, best thing is to close the trade and then say, call it a day. No, this is my bread and butter. I cannot control my emotions. I am feeling absolutely bad. I need to recover it. I got to do something. Then here is what I would propose. You split your loss into by 8 or 10. Okay, so 25,000 rupees means 10 trades you should plan. 2,500 rupees you target every trade. Okay, you still have about 5.5 hours left. What you need to do is play in the next expiry. Okay, play in the next week expiry. You cannot, obviously, after losing such a big capital, you don't feel like going into month-end contracts playing a huge premium. I understand that part. At least be sensible and play in next week expiry. Okay, that is one. Thirdly, you got to keep in mind that market is on a steroid mode and then it is going up like this. And anytime there is a small dip, it's going double the time on the upside, right? Now, you also got to take some stance positionally and say that you lost some big money, and then this sort of, dip happens. Let's say this sort of dip happens. This sort of dip happens. Now, what you do is you go to the next month in contract, add say one lot or two lots of call option, because you know that the market is on a steroid mode. Just, take some positions. Countless number of times we have taken put positions and lost money, right? Expecting market to correct. Now market is actually clearly going up and it's heading towards the magical number of 25K. Why not take advantage? Play some positional as well. Okay. Days like this can be super rewarding. Probably one lot itself you will be able to recover more than 15K, with this gap up it can give you. Those sort of things you got to play. So, and you cannot really keep both the positions in the same account. Your positional trading should be done in separate account and actual trading should be done in another account. Now, what it looks like? It looks like there is a gap. Now, what psychologically they will try to do is they will show a very sharp falls, maybe today or tomorrow or whenever. Okay, suddenly there will be a sharp fall, and then everybody will start to believe that, oh my God, market is crashing. This is what I was waiting for, and then going into the put side aggressively and opening itself gap down. It will open here, and then it will go here. Seeing that fall, you will enter into the put side. Then next candle, full green, it will turn, and then you will be losing money. Rather, have certain things objectively. It's on a steroid mode. There is no coming down. If it has to come down, let it first break 24K. Can it break 24K? The gap itself is at 24,125. So we are not going to see any sort of downtrend till it breaks 24,000. Until then, there is no guarantee. So look at this. Even this intraday thing they are using to pull it up, right? So play some levels positionally. Understand July is a bullish month. Mostly it is a bullish month historically. Now there are more chances for the market to use this and try 25K. So don't go super crazily aggressive. Most often you should forget positionally if you deploy something, say 10,000 rupees, you have bought some call options, forget that money. You should be prepared to lose that. If it gives you super good return, book it, stick with the same quantity. Like again, putting in some one lot, take that risk. Say you deploy 10K, it has become 30K now. Now don't go and then buy three lots now. Don't do that. You deploy what you were originally willing to lose. Okay, that is one thing. And if you look at this 1 lakh 1 year challenge, all my trades are starting with 30 quantities. And then if there is an average to be done, then I go with 45. Again, if it goes down, I do 45. Net to net, it is coming to 210 quantities all put together. I could also do the same thing when I am seeing, if you have seen my yesterday's video, I was in a loss of about 13K. Did I enter on the put side with the entire volume at the first to go? No. Even with the loss of 13K on a capital of 1 lakh, I deployed it in a staggered manner. First thing is, when you are placing the order, you are placing it to test the water, whether the premiums are appreciating or not, whether it is responding correspondingly moving with the index, or is it index is going up and the premiums are coming down. Observe that. If you are going and buying straight away 200 quantities, then you are going to make even more losses, right? So keep that in mind. Many people have personally pinged asking that I am in a loss, what to do. I cannot really go on with individual basis to do anything. Rather, I can do a session like this quickly to discuss and then give some sort of insights. Now, before I talk about the next topic, any specific questions do you have? Please do ask. Let's Let me wait for a minute to see if there are any specific questions. How to control mind? Frankly speaking, if emotions are the biggest problem, all the retailers, including myself, the biggest problem is how do we control our emotion? We cannot control if you're playing big lots. For example, your capital is 1 lakh, and then you're taking starting itself 105 quantity, then again going with another 105 quantity, and then almost 50 percentage or 60% of the capital is deployed, and then it's showing a loss of about 15K. Now you want to cover that, you will go and deploy another 105 quantities. Quickly, you will probably it is trading at 300 rupees, 290 you saw, bought another 7 lots. 280 you saw, you bought another 7 lots. Then it has gone to 180. Now you are in a massive loss. So, what you need to do is for building the psychology, I'll tell you this is what you should be doing. For next 3 months, just go ahead and then place. You have the potential to buy 21 lots. I understand. but buy 2 lots, opening trade. It falls by 20 rupees. You buy another 2 lots. It has suddenly crashed 180, it has come to 180. Now you want to buy 4 lots, buy it. Then if it comes back, you are in a profit of about say 1,000 rupees, you are exiting. Okay, now what happens is you had a huge capital, considering you bought only about in total 8 lots only, but then you did it in a systematic way and you saw the results. For 3 months, if you are able to do that, then your mind will know, get used to it. Okay, I cannot be going on deploying the capital mindlessly. This is how the money is made. First, you start feeling good about your own system of capital deployment. It's not about the entry, exit, stop loss. Most people are very much concerned about where I enter, where I exit, what is my stop loss. In none of the 8 videos that I posted, there was no stop loss. There was only loss booking. Straight away booked 11K loss, but there was no stop loss. Because in this market, every stop loss will get hit. What is the point of placing a stop loss? It's going to be you have to place a 300 points down stop loss. Only then it will not trigger. 150 points if you keep also it will trigger. So there is no point in going for a stop loss. Now, how this will establish some sort of connection with your mind controllers, when you play small lots and then start booking profits on a daily basis. Say you are playing only like 7 lots in total with all the averages, 7 lots, and you are able to make consistently 1,500 rupees, like how I am doing it in 1 lakh 1 year challenge. Now think about it. 8 days back the capital was 1 lakh. Now it is 1 lakh 20,000, 20% returns, right? That is the confidence. Now I wanted to, my capital has grown by 120. Should I increase it to 60 lots? Let me enter with 60 lots. No, I will increase my quantity only when I reach 50% of my capital. Like say 150, 1 lakh 50,000 the capital has become. Then I will increase my quantity. My entry would be not 30 quantities, it will be 45 quantities. Remember, gradually increase the volume 1 lot at a time for averaging everything and make money consistently. And at that time, what should be the target? Every day you're booking 1,500 rupees. Now you look for 2,000 rupees, 2,200 rupees. Consistently book that. Then your capital becomes 2 lakhs. Then you move into first order entry itself at 60 quantities, like that. So gradually, if you build, you know how to do it. For example, it's like riding a bicycle. First, you want to find the balance, pedal it, and then get yourself into a grip. Then, slowly, you will try to go in at the speed of 10, then maybe at the speed of 20, then at the speed of 30. Like that, gradually, you will increase. You will not, learn how to pedal and then suddenly start riding at 50, right? So, higher lots is riding that bicycle at 50. Straight away, if you start at 100 quantities, it's like riding straight away at 50. You will definitely fall and fall pretty badly. Does it make sense? Cool. What is the max loss per trade and how do you go about it? Right now, the question is for me, it's pretty simple. I am in a buying game. In 1 year, 1 lakh is a buying game. I'm not a buyer, I am a writer. So my account is separate for that. One. Second thing is that if this 1 lakh goes to zero, I don't care. It's fine. Completely fine. Right? I am prepared to lose that. Now, with hard earned efforts, spending 8 days, it has reached 120. Now, what is that? My stop loss would be probably I will leave some brokerages and then keep 16,000 rupees as my stop loss. 16,000 rupees. I'm willing to lose my 6 days of profits and keep only 1 day. Why? Because these are crazy markets. You cannot be really making money without having the mindset to lose money. Most people enter with profits in mind. If you have seen almost all my trades will start with loss and then it will come to profit. Very rarely, some days straight away it goes into profit, but most often I am going into a loss and then coming to profit. That's because my setup is in such a way that I do contra trades. When you do contra trade, the premium to appreciate will take time. That's the reason. It's first I will be seeing losses, then I will be seeing profits. So to answer your question, how much should be the stop loss? Um, you got to decide what would be most painful for you after paying brokerages. Supposedly you have 1 lakh. What will be the most painful part? If I lose 2000 rupees, my heart will fail. It's going to like hurt badly. Then that's not your stop loss. What is your acceptable levels? 500 rupees is okay. Then expect only 500 rupees from the trade, or probably 1000 rupees from the trade, 500 rupees stop loss. If you play stop loss, it's going to get hit, right? You don't want the stop loss game at all, but then rather play very safe without stop loss, then go with month end contracts. Here is what I would suggest. If you're Tiger MJ, this is specifically for you. If you are feeling that capital is small and then I am any stop loss is getting hit, I wanted to play with discipline, but then my discipline is costing me more money, then play another game. Why you need a stop loss? You need a stop loss because if the market goes against you, you will not lose the premium. You will also lose the time value in the premium because you are playing in current week expiry or closer expiries. That is your risk. You are fighting time. As a buyer, you are fighting time. In shorter time, you have to make money. That is what writers' advantage. Writers have no problem, right? I have positions of month-end contracts. Why should I be making any sort of adjustments for 1 rupee? I mean, 100 points move or 200 points move. I got coverage for 1500 points. So I will not be interested in that, right? Now, what you got to do is instead of buying stop losses, buy higher value premiums. For example, you have kept a 15 rupees stop loss. It's getting triggered 4 times. 60 rupees is lost. Now, go ahead and then buy month end contract, probably next month contract also. If it's trading around, say, 1000 rupees, that's okay. You buy it at 1000. If the market comes down, it has become 900 rupees. Fine. Now you see this sort of recovery, it will be trading at 1025 rupees. Your stop loss is not triggered. You are not in a rush to close. You are buying time. Instead of buying stop losses, you buy time. Does it make sense? Yeah, like I was saying, every dip is getting bought, right? Murli says I have compiled SMC and traditional price action to get entries. Recently, when the trends are being respected very well, is it like price action is again? Okay, Murli, unless I see what you have done, I will not be in a position to comment on that. But it is pretty interesting that you are able to get 300 points very easily. That's pretty amazing. 300 points consistently, if you can take, yeah, that's brilliant. Please do share the charts. I will have a look at it and then share my view. But it's fantastic, Murli. So let me wait for some questions. What is the PC? Oh, you got a personal computer. Okay, got some short abbreviation that you are using for some trade setup, I thought. Okay, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Super. So with the profits you managed to buy uh, monitors and personal computer setups. Brilliant. So trading index or stock options, which is safe, no doubts. Any day it is index. stock options, you cannot see one report is published by some big brands and then it is negative, like what happened to Adani, right? You don't want to really get into those sort of risk. Probably one single day is enough. You will lose everything. But in index also the risk is same. But the point is, at least you have some control over the volume, right? In index, the entire Indian market is playing. But in stock options, even there are many cases you bought something, some say 1,200 call options that you have bought of some X company. Now the market has moved and then it has stock has moved to 1,600. Now you're in a great profit. You wanted to exit, but there are no sellers. There are no buyers. You are a lot of times you will not be able to exit. So liquidity will be a big concern. So those things will not be a problem in index. Even if it is a 60K strike, I can exit. Not an issue at all. But it's very difficult in stock options. A lot of times that has happened time and again. People have said, I am in great profit, but I'm not able to exit. What to do? Will the broker close my thing? Then it goes into auction market. Whoever is bidding and then taking it. Probably it is, you got it at, say, 10 rupees, but it has become 150 rupees. But the bid is happening around only, say, 50 rupees, and the broker will square it off for you for 50 rupees. Despite it has gone up all the way and reached 150, you will be exiting only with 40 rupees. So these risks are there. I don't recommend stock options at all. Okay, Murali has shared a few things. Um, hmm, okay, technical patterns. This is technical. Interesting. This is. I'll spend some time with you, Murli, later to understand, because this requires a different mindset to sit with you and then uh, discuss. All right. Any questions? See that the market has given a massive break gap up, and it's been, trading in a specific range since the gap. I'm uploading one Batman strategy video. Just a moment, guys. Going to take me 1 second. Quickly, this is subtitles I need to add. This is none. Okay. We will stay for another 5-10 minutes. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have. Sure, Murali, sure. Definitely. Take care. BTST trades are fine depending upon which position you are taking. If you are taking current week expiry, next week expiry, you are risking big time with BTST. Say you got to take a view in this market. You got to take a view. Say positionally it is bullish. You are expecting 25K, but intraday basis it may come down. Maybe next 2 days it has potential to come down. Then what I would suggest is buy a call option of next month in contract, say 25,000 CE, and then leave it. If the market is going down, you buy put options on intraday basis and then play directional, right? Like that, you need to club it. Purely BTST means how do you do it? That is the big question. In that case, probably you wanted to take a very small quantity. One lot I will buy. If it goes, it's fine. If it doesn't go and then becomes zero, also it's fine. That is a different game. But BTST, please uh, play with extreme care. If there is some sort of big time corrections coming, then you will lose big time. Despite paying a premium of for expiry and high premium levels that you paid, and still you are going to lose money. That is very sad. So have a game plan. Playing a BTST also should have some directional view. If my view was bullish, then say 25,000 call option of next month I will buy, and current month 25,000 I might sell in case if the market is struggling to reach or probably 25,200. So that whatever that 50 rupees, 60 rupees I would like to collect on a daily basis. If the market goes down, at least that 50 rupees I'm able to cover, right? So like that, you got to club with some writing. BTSTs are excellent if you are clubbing it with some writings. Yeah. Uh, those reverse cup and handle, how it took this big move. This one, you mean, okay, very interesting. Let's discuss. He is saying that this is an cup and handle. Okay. Oh, you're talking about Bank Nifty. Let's see. Oh, in 1 hour time frame. Okay. So this is what you're saying. There is a cup and an handle, right? So this should be the thing, and then it should break out on the downside. How is it going higher? Isn't it? Yeah. So that's exactly what I am saying. Market is not respecting any technical things. Market is not. Like I said, this is the kind of market I have not never seen in my entire trading career. I have seen multiple bull runs, multiple bull markets, but these sort of things I have not seen at all. Constantly, without a break, it's going higher and higher. So we cannot go and ask why the market is going up. It has gone up, it has gone up. Now, what can we do? That is the question. In these sort of scenarios, keep it very clearly. See, one fact you got to understand when the market, probably this is a very big clue you should keep in mind. Uh, let's go back in history and see. I'm going very long back in time. Oh, let's first go here. Now, this is where 2020 began, right? And then we had this corona. When this market fell, honestly, I thought it will take more than 1 year or 1.5 year for the market to come back. But all it took was 6 months, it made a new high. Okay. It made a very new high. Then that sort of recovery itself is a very alarming one. Then what happened? There is only small corrections, pull back, small corrections, pull back every time. And then it was trying to break this for a very long time, almost like 1 year or 1.5 years. Then it gave a massive breakout. Now it is again rallying on the higher edge. So what I am trying to tell you here is, if there is a massive fall, don't think that the market is going to correct like Corona time. Um, Instead, buy some deep OTM put options as the edge. Simply buy something trading around 10 rupees. Every month, you can put some 10 rupees like SIP, and forget that money. Okay. That way, if there is any sort of black swan event and then market crashing like 4,000 points, that will become deep ITM. You will make super rich money. But on a daily basis, what's happening is it has entered into a super bullish. It's not about, this month it is bullish. Since the time Corona has happened, it has become super bullish, right? Now we got to take it like this. Market is going to reach 60K, 75K, like that. We should keep that in mind. Positionally, 1 year down the line, 2 year down the line, it is going to make and then reach 60K. That sort of, positive outlook, uh, in line with what big players think, you also maintain. But at the same time, always have this suspicion in your mind. What if it crashes, right? For that, buy some 10 rupee edges month on month and then put it like SIP. Buy, say, 10 lots, 10 rupees. What is that you're going to lose? 2,500 rupees. Let 2,500 rupees, let's say that you had a bad day, you lost 2,500 rupees. Put that one and forget it. Play on intraday basis what the market is doing right now. The market is clearly moving up, right? So club the BTST and prepare for black. Many things has to be done at one time. One, you got to prepare for some black swan events. Invest something there. BTST, you are positionally taking bullish view. Okay, buy a call option, but deploy only one lot. Now, on an intraday basis, you want to make money, wait for the dips to happen. When you see a right opportunity, go on buy month-end contracts. That's all. That's all you got to do. Right? Any questions, guys? I guess the market's closing now. Wow, that's a sharp fall in Bank Nifty. Let's see this game now. This is what we missed it, probably. Uh, but if you zoom in, look at this. Look at this. It has come down to, suddenly there is a, from here, if you see, it's close to 150 points of fall, taking support at Viva. Now, BTST, if you want to play one lot of call option over here, don't go crazy. And then what you got to do, say it is trading at 1,000 rupees or something like that. Spend that 1,000 rupees, buy it. Your investment would be 15,000 rupees, because 1,000 into 15 is 15,000 rupees. But I cannot risk entire 15,000 rupees. So what I will do, next week expiry, probably around 54K. Trading, it might be trading around, say, 80 rupees or 90 rupees. I will write that position. If the market goes up, fine. If the market is just going here, I will be making money. Then that writing position will can be dealt later. Probably you can buy some weekly edges and then leave that position open. That double side profits you can make. So many things can be done. It's all about your creativity, and second, most importantly, how much capital you have. All right, that's too much of talking for the day. Uh, let's see if there are any questions. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. Yeah, you're welcome, Lalit. No movement in price. Which side? Put side or call side? Put side, definitely there would be no movement. Put side, it will not appreciate because we are seeing 1,000 point move. For 1,000 points, there is no confidence on the put buyers. So hardly any movement will be there on the put side. On the call side, probably the premiums would have slipped drastically in current week. But if you see the next weeks, probably it might be holding the premiums strongly because it is in top demand. Any dips are bought by the DIIs. So there will be no fluctuations that you will see on the call option, but put option will be not appreciating despite a fall. So that's how it is, right? Sure. Yeah, yeah. Keep following, Tiger. And guys, in general, don't worry about any losses. Money can be made. What we need is a proper system. Uh, Assume it like this. You are doing this 1 lakh 1 year challenge. You have to explain it to the whole world why you are entering. So you should have a very strong reasons for your entry. Play with that mindset. If I am entering and then say that 1,000 people are going to watch that, do I want to make a fool of myself by randomly entering and then making good money or losing big? No, I don't want to do that. I want to explain to the people why I entered. Same way you have to operate. If I am entering, I have to explain 10 people and convince them. I have to tell that this is why I entered Satish and this is how I exited and this is the profit I made. Can you explain to Satish? Can you explain to Murli? Can you explain to Tiger? All the people in the group in chat. Can you explain them? If you can't, then don't enter the trade. If you can't explain, don't trade. Okay? Correct. Yeah, that's what I said. Last moment, the premiums reactions are very difficult. So ignore that. You will see a post-market close and post-market price. That will be more relevant. Whatever the because it's falling in like 5 minutes, 150 points. So it will not be much. Ignore that. Of course, VIX is also shrinking pretty badly. So even call side will show some exhaustion for the day. Tomorrow again it will be crazy. There will be again a demand. See, understand this. The prices will be super oscillatory in the first 15 minutes. In the last 15 minutes, there will be no movement at all. There has to be a balance, right? It's like life. When you are born as an infant, you don't have strength. You don't have any energy. You are slowly building up your muscle, learning to walk, learning to stand up. And then the more exercise that you do and other things during the middle age, you will be like more stronger and healthy. But once that adolescent age and all these things, you will be very, very healthy. That is between 9:30 to 11 o'clock. You will be very healthy. But after 11 o'clock, it's like old age starts, like you're 35 plus, 40 plus. Slowly, body is coming to some sort of terms. Then again, body is premiums are slowing down a bit in terms of its movement. Post 1 o'clock, again, it's going to die. So it's showing some sort of energy at sometimes it is completely off. And then as the day is nearing to the end, it becomes silent. And premiums are also becoming silent. Same. Okay. So it's just like human body. So by the way, which time we can trade and avoid? As an option buyer, you should be exiting your trades before 10:45, worst case 11 o'clock. From 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock, it is writers going to control. Okay, writers will create exorbitantly super crazy positions, and there will be no movement at all. Very volatile moves will be there. And, as a buyer, you will see the premiums moving, but you will not be able to make money. So 11 to 1 o'clock, skip it. 1:30 onwards, there will be some sort of opportunities, but then it's a high risk trade between 1 to 2:15. After that, two things are possible. Either market is going to be absolutely dead or absolutely trending. Absolutely dead. How you will know that? You see the reaction around 2:15. If the 2:15 there is no significant move, one candle red, one candle green, then just ignore it. It's not for you. If it is making a newer high and then continuously making a newer high and then going up, follow the trend. If it is continuously going down, follow the trend. So the 2:15 will give you a clue. 2:15 to 2:25 will give you that clue. Then you can ride along for next 20 minutes. Certainly what time you should avoid is 3 o'clock to 3:30 you should avoid as a buyer. And as a writer, you want to create some positions, best time to create is 3 to 3:30. Okay. So that's the update. I haven't taken my lunch yet. I have to go and have now. Um, I'm sure you all have more questions to ask, but then I'm feeling a bit hungry now. All right. Let's call it a day then. Sure. We will try to do such sessions once in a while. And thanks a lot for joining in. And we will keep the conversation rolling on our Telegram. Thanks, guys. See you all.